TJ, Thomas Joseph. Up next is Bill Gow. Welcome, Bill Gow. Bill Gow is one of over 90 private landowners who have resisted over 15 years of offers from Pembina. If the federal government approves Jordan Cove LNG this February, Bill will be one of the landowners taking Pembina to court for using eminent domain for private gain.
I look out here today, I see such a great crowd, and I'm just overwhelmed from the fact that I remember in 2004 when I got my first letter to, in 2004 when I got my first letter about this pipeline, I didn't have any idea what was going to be here 15 years later. Maybe that's good because I don't know if I could have stood it. But anyhow, good job, Thomas and Don. That was really, really well spoken. I don't think people really understand the magnitude of what this project has done to my family and the other landowners that are holding their own on this thing. It's took a major toll on us. I'm a very busy rancher. We run a lot of cows and we're really busy. My son luckily has stepped in and taken over a lot of it, but I spent hours and hours and hours on this fight for something that doesn't even gain me anything. I'm just trying to protect what I already have. It's not like I'm gaining anything. And for 15 years, this fight has been going on, and it's been horrible. I'm a real believer in private property rights. To me, that's a core American value, that we should be able to make the decisions on the land that we have. And my land is land I put together. I'm a first-generation rancher, but I have second generation and third generation also living on my ranch, and I dang sure want to leave that there for them. And I didn't work my whole life to just put it together for me. I put it together for the kind of lifestyle that I wanted to have my children and my grandkids to live. And to me, that is such a core value. And I tell you, I can't believe that anybody doesn't believe in the Fifth Amendment rights. And I don't know what these politicians, what money does to their brain, but it must change it a lot. And it really messes me up. But you know, one of my biggest legacies for me would be able to see my grandkids grow on the ranch, live on the ranch, ride their horses, do all the things that they do, and to take that away from them by a foreign company is just, I just can't even get my head around this whole thing. And that's why I fought so hard. And you know, I just can't even imagine the day if they show up with the bulldozers and stuff. I've seen what happened in Standing Rock and stuff, and I know seeing this crowd will fight, but you know, I'll tell you what's really been really interesting about this fight. I'm more to the right-wing conservative Republican, and the landowner group has been really a diverse group, and it's just been amazing how many things we have worked together, held our own, and this landowner group has been amazing that we've reached across all people to make this dream come true, that maybe we can stop this thing. Not maybe, we're going to stop it. We're getting there. I think I even see some of the rats starting to jump off the ship already. I think that's starting to happen. And I tell you what, we all need to keep standing together, sticking together, trying to help each other through this fight, because without each other, we're not going to get this done. And, you know, it's just amazing to me that a medium-sized company came into Oregon and bought so much influence. I can't even believe that the politicians just stood out all over with their hands out to take this money from this corporation when they knew how wrong this project was. And the amount of dirt that these politicians in Oregon have on their hands from this project is amazing. And this isn't even a huge company like a Shell or something. This is just a medium-sized company, and they bought their way all the way from the county people all the way to the top. And it's just, I just can't even imagine what people will do for money. If I just wanted money, I would have took the money and ran, but to me, you can't put a price tag on what my family, my kids, my grandkids, all of them are worth, and you can't replace it. And I've seen a lot of families ruined by selling off their assets or traditions and just getting ruined by corporate greed. And they think, for some reason, these corporations think that if they throw enough money at us, they're going to make us whole. They can't make us whole. They'll never make us whole. And money does not replace your values. I can still get up in the morning and look in the mirror. And I tell you what, that's something that you have to be able to do. And you know what's really sad is the amount of speculation on this project that's been done. And there's nothing, the project is nothing. They have no contracts, they have nothing, but yet they're putting us through living hell. And I'll tell you, we did a lot of polling, and Ron and Deb, I got to really thank them a lot. They were really behind a lot of the polling on this. And what we found out is like 63% of the people in Oregon are against this project. And I was even shocked at that. I mean, the numbers are on our side, and they try to make it, you know, Pembina come out, they spent millions of dollars on advertising to try to change public opinion. They didn't get it done. Yeah. People still held their guns, and that really makes me proud to be an Oregonian. That the fact that we're going to hold our ground. You know, sometimes I've been to 1,000 of these damn rallies and talks and all kinds of stuff, and you know, I sometimes think, are we ever getting anywhere? But I think we're really starting to gain some ground. And just think, back in 2009, 2010, if we would have just gave it to them, today there'd be a big scar across southern Oregon. There'd be a mothballed plant sitting in Coos Bay because the market doesn't justify the plant. So it'd be sitting there empty, and we would be probably paying for the cleanup on it. And that's what would be going on today. Thank you guys for all showing up today. I really appreciate it.
I was going to give you a fist bump, Bill, but you walked away.
Not for sale!
Not for sale! Not for sale! Not for sale! Not for sale!
Not for sale! Not for sale! Not for sale! Not for sale!
Let's make sure she can hear us!
Not for sale!
Not for sale! Not for sale! Not for sale! Not for sale! Not for sale! Not for sale! Not for sale! Not for sale! Not for sale!
Not for sale!
Hi everybody, we are some youth from Medford, Oregon. We came up here. We have just a couple of chants that we want to share with you guys. So this is a call and response. I'm going to say, like, when our rivers are under attack, what do we do? And you're going to say, stand up, fight back. All right, so when our climate is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When our people are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When our rivers are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When our communities are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When the climate is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When the people are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When the rivers are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When the oceans are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
You guys are rock stars. Okay, next up we have Kaila Farrell-Smith. Kaila is a Klamath-Modoc artist based on her traditional territory in Chiloquin. She was recently given the honor to hang her paintings in Governor Brown's office. Kaila refused. She refused to give her art to Governor Brown because of Governor Brown's silence on Jordan Cove LNG.
Waklisi, Gausasas Kaila, Nua Uksik Ini, Nua Modakni. Hey, what's up? How's it going, everyone? It's so good to see all of your beautiful faces out here today. Yeah. So hey, I just introduced myself in Klamath. I'm a Klamath tribal member. My name's Kaila Farrell-Smith. I'm a visual artist, and I am a no LNG activist. And I come from my ancestral homelands in Chiloquin, Oregon. I'm here today to highlight the Jordan Cove LNG export terminal and frack gas pipeline as fossil fuel infrastructure that must be stopped if we want a safe and healthy future. For over 15 years, our communities have stood together to stop this proposed 229-mile pipeline and liquid natural gas export terminal, which would be the first on the U.S. West Coast. Boo! This proposal would harm over 400 rivers and streams, impact cultural resource and traditional tribal territories, seize private property through eminent domain, build man camps in our communities, and become the largest climate polluter in the state of Oregon. Although this project was denied under the Obama administration because of a lack of public need, the Trump administration has put its full support behind this project and fossil fuel projects across the nation. There are ways for the state of Oregon to stop this project through the state regulatory process, many of which are under attack by the federal government. But our Governor Kate Brown has stayed silent on this issue. Recently, Governor Kate Brown invited me to show my art at her Salem office as part of the annual Art in the Governor's Office program, an invitation they say is considered a lifetime honor. I declined. I said no because Brown can't have it both ways. She can't support Oregon tribal members by showcasing our art while at the same time refusing to stand up for us when a huge fossil fuel company tries its very best to ram a frack gas pipeline through our traditional lands. A pipeline that would threaten our sacred sites, the natural resources we have harvested for millennia, and the safety of our women and youth. Please continue standing with our communities in Oregon to stop Jordan Cove for good. Write to our governor. Let's scream, let's sit in, let's do it. Let's hold FERC accountable if they issue this permit. Skoden! Skoden!
Thank you, Kaila. Okay, I'm going to read a statement from a Coos Bay resident. Coos Bay, where the Jordan Cove LNG export terminal is proposed, is a coastal estuary in an important tribal homeland, a fishing community, and a place where the river and ocean combine together. The resources supported by Coos Bay are defining and they are fragile. Important resources of the bay range from cultural sites to ancient burials, from salmon to shellfish, recreation areas, and protected natural places. These resources face imminent and irreversible threats by the tanker ships, worker camps, and frack gas liquefaction facility of the Jordan Cove Energy Project Export Terminal. Jordan Cove LNG would change the look and feel of this place, as well as limit access to beaches, docks, fishing, and boating in the bay. In addition to our next speaker, who calls this place home, we want to recognize the individuals and communities of the South Coast that have voiced their concerns for well over a decade. Thank you, South Coast folks. I'm going to ask Sam Schwartz to come up, please. Sam is a commercial fisherman, artist, and surfer based in Coos Bay, Oregon.
Hello, all you beautiful people. What a day. Can you hear me okay? I want to hear you a little bit more. What a powerful body you are. I'm so honored to be here and speaking along with so many other folks representing opposition to this project that is detrimental to our state, to our nation, to Coos Bay. I was born and raised in Allegheny, which is on the edge of the Elliott State Forest, and that is an example of projects that we can overcome and we can stand for this land. So give it up for the Elliott State Forest if you all know about that. I was born on the river, and going into Coos Bay was like going to a foreign country when I was a little kid because I spent so much time on the river. And growing up in this town gives me a lot of insight to the dynamics in that community. And our community is divided in Coos Bay. All the money that has come into our town and buying people off has been very detrimental to relationships, and people look at each other cross, and it's toxic in nature. And how we can allow this to happen, I guess, is money. And I guess is money what makes the world go around? I don't think so. It is love. It's clean water. It's clean air. Trees and fish. So I own a commercial fishing vessel as well, and I rely on that fishing industry. And these huge tankers that will come in and out, they will dominate every single high tide. And that's going to make it nearly impossible for a fishing industry to thrive that's already suffering. It is the final nail in the coffin of our fishing industry, killing our crab and our salmon, and everything else in the bay is very, very sensitive estuarine, and it's so threatened by the sprays and the pesticides that they've used in agricultural timber, and we cannot afford any more devastation to that bay. So we will not allow this to happen. This project is on its way out, and we're going to kick this company out of our town and out of our country. I was chair for Surfrider Foundation until recently. I filed my candidacy for Coos County Commissioner. And I've also been invited to engage the community on offshore wind energy. So there's a website that we've put together. There's a coalition of us in Coos Bay working with industry. We have an opportunity to join the environmental community with industry in the pursuit of what offshore wind could offer for Southern Oregon, for Oregon in general, for California, as we transition from dirty oil and pipelines to clean renewable energy sources. And I'm honored to be at that table speaking with these people. This morning we came up, my mother and I got up. I think she woke up at 2 o'clock, and I woke up at 3:33 to get off of my sailboat in Coos Bay. And we got up here to speak with Arnie Roblin, with Senator Roblin, about offshore wind energy and how we can lead our community towards renewable energy. And it's a positive energy to go. And this LNG thing has really sucked a lot of good energy from the community that we could have been putting into more positive things. And I'm tired of it, and it was sucking me dry, you know. And so I'm so happy to have something positive to work towards. And I thank you all for showing your support here in opposition. And Kate Brown, as far as jobs are concerned, offshore wind energy can offer 30 to 40 times as many jobs as any other oil industry can. So, thank you.